Hello and welcome to our latest webinar, and thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to be joined by Amy, Jamie from the PNLD team, who will be appearing on screen very shortly, and we do have Ashley in the background in the green room, as we'll call it, who will be on hand to answer any questions or comments as we go through. So I think the first thing we've got to do is let's explain about what PNLD is. And we love an acronym in policing, don't we? So the Police National Legal Database, who are the leading police information resource on criminal justice legislation and support for all 43 forces in England and Wales and law enforcement agencies and wider criminal justice partners across the UK. Now, our colleagues joining us are from West Yorkshire Police, who host the PNLD team and the platform, and their work consistently provides accurate and timely and reliable online criminal law database information. So in a moment, I'm going to ask Amy and Jamie to provide us with a high-level overview of who they are, what they actually do to support policing, and this will include a demonstration of the portal, the tools that are available to assist our officers and our staff and volunteers across all sorts of roles in policing. So let me first introduce Amy Crosley, who's a PNLD legal advisor. Amy, how and when was PNLD founded, and can you tell us a little bit how it's evolved to the service we've got today?
Thanks, David. Yes, so hi everyone, my name's Amy Crossley and I'm a legal advisor here at PNLD. As you may know, PNLD is based here at West Yorkshire Police. Just to give a little bit of background about myself, prior to joining PNLD, I worked in West Yorkshire Police as a disclosure officer and a manager at the Protected Services Crime Department, dealing with file prep and complex disclosure across departments such as firearms, serious organised crime and the homicide team. This has provided me with a lot of relevant experience of frontline and investigative policing, as well as a general oversight of the criminal justice system, which I apply within my role at PNLD every day. So as David said there, we're just going to take a very brief look at the history of PNLD and where we came from. So the Police National Legal Database was founded in West Yorkshire Police in 1988, and it began as a series of paper index cards. It was based on a training book of legislation and case law kept by the detective trainers, which they used when providing training to the officers in West Yorkshire Police. We then went online almost 30 years ago and became the more familiar version of PNLD we know and see today. As of November 2021, we're using the Microsoft Power Platform to both author the database content and to present the portal for the end consumer. Now turning to PNLD today. PNLD now services not just the police forces of England and Wales, but other criminal justice partners such as the CPS, Home Office departments, Border Force UK, as well as outside agencies such as educational facilities and the wider government bodies. This is all done alongside a free-to-use public-facing information portal called Ask the Police. This is a separate database which can be accessed by members of the public and contains a vast amount of general information about crime, policing, and the criminal justice system. Our legal team here consists of 6 legal advisors and 3 legal assistants who work together to update and maintain both the professional and the public portals. Now looking at an overview of the day-to-day work we do at PNLD and the services that we offer. One of the main work areas we cover are legal queries. We offer a bespoke legal advice service where professional subscribers can email us for advice on criminal justice topics, general discussion, a particular legal question, or even just for advice on a difficult real-life scenario they may be facing at work. Every query is answered personally by a legal advisor, and the specific advice provided is tailored to the individual question. Alongside queries, another major sector of our work is legislation. Our legal advisors conduct daily environmental scanning. This is to identify up-and-coming changes in the law or the criminal justice system, which may affect the information on the database, be relevant to add to the database, or just be of general interest to our subscribers. We check all incoming legislation published on the government website, and we review each act and instrument to determine its relevance for PNLD. We also look at Home Office circulars, news articles, and documents published for guidance or policy. We also review case law, and a similar scanning process is adopted for any recent case law which comes through the appeal and higher courts. We write and link summaries of relevant judgments onto the legal database, which assist our users by flourishing the legal provisions with real-life examples and interpretations. These are all linked under the relevant legislative provisions and organised into categories to form a common sense approach when individuals are searching the database under a time pressure. One of the most important and vital pieces of work we conduct at PNLD is standard offence wordings. PNLD are responsible for authoring the wording for criminal offences in England and Wales on behalf of the Ministry of Justice. This is done by interpreting the legislative provisions into a standard offence wording, which can then be read to the individual upon charge. Full details of each offence are all added to the portal as well, so users can access all the relevant information in one place, such as the statutory time limits for offences, the relevant legislative provisions, and the points to prove, which is relevant for investigations and CPS charge requests. PNLD attend a monthly offence wording meeting with a group of very experienced external legal advisors who agree the wordings prior to publication on the portal and outward service to the courts and police services. Alongside this vital work, we do also provide particular legal learning experiences to our subscribers, such as legal articles. Every month, one of the legal advisors writes a legal article which aims to provide a more in-depth analysis of a particular topic or a broader overview of a large topic area than the PNL database is able to do all in one place or document. Some examples of the topic areas covered are the Online Safety Act, the Dangerous Dogs Act, Section 139 of the Criminal Justice Act 1988 and the offence of possession of a bladed or pointed article, the Public Order Act, and a general delve into drink and drug driving. Outside of this daily work, we also complete annual projects. We complete various projects throughout the year, including the reviewing and updating of the Police Operational Handbook and the Points to Prove booklet, which is reviewed by the legal advisors every year. All the work we do at PNLD is peer reviewed by other legal advisors in the team to ensure legal accuracy of the content and advice we provide. I'm going to pass over to Jamie now, who will be demonstrating some of the things I've discussed live on the portal. Thank you.
Thanks, Amy. That's brilliant. It's great to see how it's developed. So, Jamie, perhaps if you could share your screen and I'll introduce you. You're the Marketing Service Delivery Officer at PNLD, and you're going to take us through the portal and perhaps demonstrate how different types of users can get some value out of the platform. So, Jamie, off you go. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, David, for that. So, thank you, everyone. So, I'm Jamie Alsop. I work more on the business and marketing side of PNLD. So as we know, police officers and staff and volunteers can all sign up for a free account using their police email address to get access to PNLD. This can be used unlimited from personal devices, work devices, etc. But you will have your own personal account. So when you do log in, this is sort of the screen that will come up initially in our homepage. There is a variety of different options of ways to search and find information that you're looking for in the portal. So hopefully I'll answer some of your questions and queries on this today. So the first area, I'll come back to the search in a bit, because I know that's quite a popular way to find information you're looking for. But firstly, I just want to focus on these 6 tiles here that we've got. So it's broken down into legislation, case law, offence wordings, motoring law, powers and authorities, and our top 100 offence wordings. Now we've got over 16,000 offence wordings. I know we've got just over around 3,000 case law summaries. So there's a breadth of information across the database. So you can use the search, but also these tiles. So if I click into this legislation tile, firstly, all the tiles are then split into categories. So here it's based on either a topic or an A to Z. So we click into the Acts of Parliament common law feature. From here you'll have a to Z in terms of different legislation you might be looking for, etc. So that is all done from the home page. Similarly with the case law as well. We do actually have a top 20 recently added cases as well that you might want to check out, but all the rest are categorised just for easy access, all in A to Z formats to find sort of the case law you might be looking for on a specific topic, really. So yeah, that's just some of the tiles that we've got available from the homepage that you might want to look at. So firstly, I'll go on to the search now. I know a lot of people like to search a variety of things, and legislation can be quite complex. So I'd really take a broader approach initially when you're trying to search. So one of the most recent cases and legislation we've had is actually the Online Safety Act 2023. So if I search the Online Safety Act 2023, not only do we have the actual search bar, but we have type ahead search as well to help you out with something that you might be looking for. So as we see there, there's some examples of popular phrases that you might be looking for. So if I hit the search button there, initially now, because I've done that broad approach of just searching for the legislation, no filters will be applied, but to help you if you're looking for a specific area, we do have these arranged of filters here. So initially we might search for the legal index, which is all the sections of the legislation all in one place. So say if I want to filter now for the legal index of the Online Safety Act 2023, that brings it up straight away in the first topic. From here you can clear filters at any time to go back on a variety of things that you might want. The legal narrative filter searches more, so legal narrative is more on the individual sections themselves. So for instance, here we have section 181 of the Online Safety Act, and you can go straight there from the filter. So if I go to the legal index filter and click on the actual index of the legislation. So now that we're in the index of the legislation here, it's all broken down into those key sections of the legislation. They're all clickable and hyperlinked to then go and view that particular section in more detail. As we see, there's plenty of sections at the moment with this new legislation. Due to it being a new piece of legislation as well, we do have a little information bar down the left-hand side which has associated offence wordings for that piece of legislation, if that's something you're looking for. As the legislation builds time on time, and there's more offences, there's more case law surrounding this particular legislation, this left-hand menu will build up with a variety of clickable links for you to search at any time. So not only can you search from a standpoint of just the legislation, but if you do have the CGS code and you know this, you can also search by CGS code. So here, just below the search bar, there's a do you want to search by CGS code. Click here and you enter the CGS code that you're looking for, and it'll bring that up straight away. That's just a nice little added feature that we've got. Once you've also found the information you're looking for, we do also have a pin feature. So say you regularly look at this legislation all the time, or use it day to day in your role, you want quick access to it at all times, we do have this pin feature, which is almost like a bookmarking that people might refer to as well. So here, the little pin icon, once clicked, oops, sorry, to print that. This little pin icon here, once it turns gold, it'll be pinned, and all your pinned documents go into your My Documents page on the top right hand corner. So if I click on my Documents page now, it's then filtered into the Online Safety Act, into My Documents. Now this My Documents will follow you around all the way you are through the portal. So if I go to the home page I can then access my documents from here as well. It'll always follow you around in the top right hand corner, really. Just a little thing about search. We do also have this added feature if you are searching for some legislation. You do have this "What are you looking for" feature. Now this will pop up predominantly about 2-3 minutes after searching. And we really do encourage you as users to help and use this feature. So if you do click no, it's something that you're not quite looking for at the moment, or you've not found what you intended to, click no, and our legal team monitor and track this, and can help remedy any queries you have on this, really. So we really do encourage to use that. It'll improve the user experience, and we can provide guidance for necessary if there's changes in the way that you're searching.
Jamie, that's clearly a lot easier to use and it's continuing to develop. I wonder if there are any elements of PNLD that really add value to its users, and some of the top things you'd say to people when they first go in there. Let's go and have a look at this.
Yep, so as we've said, there is a lot of content on the database for a wide variety of reasons, and in your day-to-day roles. So obviously coming back to the tiles again, we do have a top 100 offence wordings tile. So this is the most popular, it's updated monthly, and it's the most popular offence wordings that have either been looked at or have been used. It is in a downloadable PDF format for you to download and view at your pleasure, updated regularly, and it's nice front and center on the home page for you to click anytime that you like. Just a bit further down the home page as we go down, yep, we also have the latest section. So this is mainly where our weekly communications are held that we post out to users. So this can be anything from legal Q&As, case law. We also had a recent legal update yesterday that's gone on. So this is all in the latest section. We do have the legal articles that come in here as well that Amy's mentioned previously. And it's almost a bank of information to view at any time. You can use the view all, and there's 6 months worth of content to look at any time that you like. So that's the latest section. As we go down a bit further, we also have our new in the spotlight feature. So this is updated every quarterly, and it's based on a specific legal topic, and it sort of provides all the legal content all in one place as a bit of like a self-development tool to study and analyze a legal topic in more information. This topic is picked by our legal team, but we're always asking for feedback on that if there's any specific legal topics that you like, and that you might want to feature in the next quarter. We also have our highlights section below that, so that's more PNLD news, and any little hyperlinks to different areas of the database. So as you can see here, we also have our link to our police operational handbook that you can buy. We have PNLD staffing news. The top 100 offence wordings also sit in here if you maybe scroll a bit further down the portal. And we also have a summary only offences sort of report as well for you to look at if you want. So that's sort of the home page essentially. But we do recommend to use the support page here. So in the left-hand menu, go down to support. We do have a lot of handy hints of how to use PNLD, a bit like what we're doing today, available at the time. It's a tutorial-based video. We've got little scenarios that you might want to do, like we've just said about the pinning, filtering, etc. So it's a really good way of just broadening your knowledge on the platform. Always in the bottom section of the portal, we have our about us and our contact us. So I know there's a lot of information, a lot of legislation on the portal, but if there is a legal query you're looking for, or there's something you're trying to find, our legal team will help find this if you submit your contact form to us, and we'll reply when we can to help you with any assistance you need, really. So yeah, that's sort of some of the added value that we've got on the portal at the minute.
Jamie, that's really great. And you can stop sharing your screen now, because we're just going to have a conversation. And if anybody's got any questions or comments, please pop them in now, and we'll try and bring the team in to answer them as we go through. I think what we've just seen is it illustrates the real breadth of capability and shows just how much you're doing to support policing, making content easy to find and easy to understand for that busy operational officer, recognising that many of our frontline officers are relatively young in service as a result of the uplift and the regular recruitment. So what's next for PNLD, and what do you have on the horizon?
Yeah, so we have a vast array of different ideas that we're coming up with at the minute. One is the ever popular Points to Prove booklet. So we have a new update of that coming later on this year. That's always available as a hard copy, but this will then become an online version as well. So it'll be going digital later on in the year as well. It'll be available on the portal. Sort of, we're going ahead with the technology and sort of putting it online. This allows us to update it more regular with maybe new legislation or sort of points to prove that are regularly looked at by users. So that's coming on later this year.
That's brilliant. We have got a couple of questions coming in, and if we can perhaps go to them, and it might be yourself, Amy, or Ashley, you can answer on this. So feedback from some staff has been that new or infrequent users searching the CJS code function is not obvious and often missed. Can you make it a little bit bigger or noticeable, or have you got a tile for that?
I'll take that one. It's something we're looking to improve the functionality of. It's coming in the not too distant future, so it will be incorporated into the global search that Jamie showed you. So it was a bit of a workaround that we had to do at the time during development, but it's something that is on radar and it will be fixed. We'll be able to search for it globally. Just like James said, given the size of the data, that little code, it's quite difficult to optimise the search to pick that out amongst all the other content. So yeah, watch this space, it's coming soon.
And another one, I have an alert set up with Q&As on case law. Is it possible to get an alert on legislation when it's enacted or updated or revised?
Again, it's something we could do, but we're continuously working on the database. The legal advisors and assistants, they're working on the database all day, every day. So if you got an alert every time we publish something, you'd be getting inundated daily. So we try and highlight the pertinent stuff by email and by the latest posts. But if you think there's something more we could be doing, then drop us an email and let us have some ideas, and we can certainly explore that.
Okay, now this is we might not be ready for this, but I don't know if Jamie, you can help with this one. But can we show an example of searching for a specific offence in this CJS code? For example, the other day, Mike at Sussex was explaining that he was trying to look for a criminal behaviour order and putting that offence into the wording of the section. What's the best way of searching for an offence like this? Are you able to demonstrate that? Great.
Yeah, so as we said, we're sort of looking for that broad approach initially. Yes, we can search by CGS code. I did let's say the CGS code as a whole there. I'm not sure, but you can search the more broad approach, and we've got an example of that at all that I can help you with at the moment.
Criminal behaviour order, I think, was offensive breach of criminal behaviour order. There we go.
Yeah, so
it's come straight up, hasn't it?
Yeah, so we've got the type head search here. So trying to use that broad approach initially. So this is just the search as a whole. It came with that type head search, breach of criminal behaviour order. And it is actually sort of, that's come up as a historic one. So we're looking for the offence word in this whole. Let's apply that. So now that we've applied that feature, here you go, from the offence wording filter, breach of criminal behaviour order, the offence word in here. Clicked into it, and here you go. That's the offence word is the breach criminal behaviour order. As we've discussed, if you do you regularly use it in your day-to-day role, or you're looking at it quite permanently, I would advise using the pin icon for specific legislation or offence wordings that you need at any time.
That's brilliant. I'm just conscious of time, and I've just had a reminder from Mike, so I just think we'll carry on answering a couple of questions in the chat if you can, but I really want to thank you for sharing that, and it has been a fantastic little webinar to show so much of it. Just a reminder of some of the things that are coming up for you. Of course, all of our webinars are available on demand, so please head over to the PDS website or the YouTube channel where you'll be able to get onto the webinars and give us some feedback as well on it. So the QR code that's on screen now will pop the link into the chat, and on the link, let us know what you want us to cover in these Wednesday webinars, and we'll do our best to cover that. We're remiss of me not to take the opportunity to promote the Police Digital Summit that seems to take up an awful lot of my time on a daily basis at the moment. We are very close to announcing our first batch of sponsors, and if you keep an eye out for, listening out for an announcement around awards recognising the contribution technology takes, that'll be coming out very, very soon from the NPCC. So that's a little bit of a tease for those of you who are watching this today to pick this up. If you ever want to pick anything more up, please get in touch with your business engagement manager. The details are on screen now. There's a business engagement manager committed to looking after your force on a daily basis. Get in touch with them, or easiest way, head over to the website or scan the QR code and fill in the contact us form, and we'll make sure your inquiry goes to the right person within the Police Digital Service to pick up on everything that's going on. As always, there's an awful lot. We've had a little break over the Easter period from webinars, but we're back into full of vengeance, and we've got a lot of events going on. So you can see the one today. Tomorrow, we're actually joining up with Emergency Services Times, where a member of our data team is going to be talking about data and the data conversation. We've got some more webinars coming up about 365, but we've also got something coming up later on in the year around modern management and management device management. We're going to do a webinar and a closed police-only workshop. So that's a really fantastic opportunity to get involved in what's going on. So once again, I'd like to thank Jamie, Amy and Ashley for doing this webinar and bearing with us on our first adventure back into town hall technology. It's a little bit of a white knuckle ride for us to produce these with the new technology, but hopefully it's gone okay for you. Really great audience, and remember to join us next Wednesday at midday, same time, same place. Head over to the PDS website and subscribe to updates. Thanks a lot.